hard to live. This is just crazy with the cost of everything. I'm just about to the end of my wits with the inflation. It's just driving me absolutely insane. We just checked our account and it's like, negative everything. Kind of sucks. Kind of sucks. It's getting to the point where you got to wonder if we're going to see any kind of end to this debacle as far as inflation. Remember, Janet Yellen told us it was going to be transitory inflation, and there's no transitory inflation here. So just so we all remember this, I think we all get it, that transitory inflation is an absolute pipe dream that the Federal Reserve banksters, chair people lied about back in the Biden administration. Most of this is the fault of the Biden administration. Most of the inflation, most of the lies, most of the corruption and greed. It was going on quite a while before Biden took office, but realistically, it is the Bidens and that administration with the rest of these representatives in Congress, the Senate, the House have been complicit in the largest theft in human history, in my opinion. But let's get into we didn't do economy and finance, but let's talk a little bit about that because I'm just to the end of my rope. Trying to just find the most minimal funding to just stay alive has become a regretful endeavor, I would just say. Yeah, it's been insane. We're getting nowhere fast. You can't work for a living and make it anywhere anymore. It's just kind of like, yeah, I work a job and blah 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 blah, but you work your butt off, you just kind of sink slowly with the bills, and it's just continuing the same way. So let's see what happens with the YouTube thing. Now we have zero, so apparently we've lost the YouTube channel because I have not been on here every day like I should have been. So that pipe dream has ended, as usual. It just continues to be zero now. First time I've seen it be zero in a long time. Waiting for the computer anyways. Just still waiting. Still waiting. I went to other YouTube channels and checked out their commenters, the trolls that hit their channels. One girl was losing her crap like I do. She's losing her last night. I was reading the live comments and I see the same troll-based commenters on my channel as I do on their channel. So, and I went to other channels where, India, Africa. Last night I was checking out live channels all over the place. I see the same kind of trolls. So the majority of people are really good. Really good. It says, oh shit, Mark lagging. Okay, well, maybe not. Maybe it's maybe I'm just me, bro. Maybe I'm just an AI. I don't know who Mark Lenigan is. No idea, bro. No idea. But that maybe he's he's a nice guy. Just saying. So anyway, the economies in all countries right now are sinking, getting worse by the day. It's not getting better. We're continually going into a new year. We're going to continue to see the absolute decline of labor versus costs, and goods and services continues to climb. Oh, is he dead? Damn it. Let's check him out. Let's see if I can get my computer, my 2000 computer load up, bro, and I'll check it out. Hey, back to you, Anthony. Anyway, we'll get into AI, artificial intelligence today. We'll get into Terminator 5, Terminator 3, Terminator 1. Watched Terminator 5 last night. Tell you what, guys, don't forget that Skynet is Genesis. Just saying, Skynet is Genesis. And then you got OpenAI and ChatGPT going into your infrastructure, which is the cloud, through Project Genesis. And you have Grok going into the War Department, which is all executive orders now, so both of them are in. What's up? Same old stuff, bro. We got to check out who Mark Lenigan is. We're going to check out Mark Lenigan in a second. My computer's still loading, bro. It's not me. It's just, it is me. It's my 2010 Windows. Just doesn't seem to work. But one of the funny things is, we'll go through Trump signing the executive order for Project Genesis, which allows OpenAI and other AI platforms control over our power grids, which is, fantastically smart under any circumstances of Terminator or Battlestar Galactica, that's what you do. You know, of course, Grok being in now the Defense Department. Grok is now on the Department of War, everybody. The Defense Department, now Grok is there. What do we do? It's like a Terminator 5, Terminator 3 going on. So anyway, and just like Kyle Reese told the younger Kyle Reese in Terminator 5, don't forget that Skynet is Genesis. What about 3i Atlas? We got a whole story about 3i Atlas too. 3i Atlas. We know it's a ship. We know it's a ship. They know it's a ship. There's rumor they've been watching this for quite some time now. And then you have certain countries getting ready for a defense to fight space weapons, and Vladimir Putin coming out saying that they may have some kind of alien technology. Yeah, getting pretty deep now, isn't it? Makes you wonder why they're stealing all the money. We're so broke we can't see straight. I mean, maybe it's because they're plotting the end of the world. Well, when you put Grok in the Department of Defense and you put Open AI and other AI platforms into the cloud of science. Remember Fauci said, trust the science, bro. Trust the science. Well, OpenAI is going to be in charge of upgrading your power grids. Nothing to see there. Not a chance they can shut down your power grids. But again, in the Battlestar Galactica trilogy, the series, we had our first Cylon War. And then we had the second Cylon War. By the way, GoFundMe. Actually, I go to PayPal on my account. There should be PayPal there somewhere on. Go there if you want to support building a Cylon robot with me. Looking into open up AI. Just telling you, let's build the Cylons. Let's just build the resistance, shall we, everybody? Because Grok's already in the Department of War. You know, access to the defense mainframe on Battlestar Galactica was shown to be, or in the story, it was Tricia Helfer, which was 6, that got to Baltar. Baltar was the smartest man on Caprica in the Battlestar Galactica series. Kind of makes you wonder if Elon Musk is Baltar and Grok is 6. Just saying. I don't know about that, all that looking stuff. It's aliens, yeah. Oh yeah, aliens. Oh, it's all over the place, bro. They're starting to admit about aliens. Of course, they're going to start to admit about aliens. Of course, they're going to tell you 3 Atlas it's an asteroid. Of course, 3i Atlas is not an asteroid. Of course, it's got jets coming out of it. It could be a fleet of alien ships. Of course, it is. Meanwhile, like I said, AI is rising. This is Terminator 5 on crack. And all we got to remember, everybody, is just like in Terminator 5, Kyle Reese told the younger Kyle Reese in that timeline, don't forget, Skynet is Genesis. So, I mean, if you're just running the Terminator scenario is where we're at today, and you're running Battlestar Galactica is where we're at today, I think we're in deep shit. Just my personal opinion. So anyway, the economy. Let's go back to the economy. Why is the economy so bad? Why don't they care about us? Why don't they care about hyperinflation? Why don't they care about the goods and services versus our labor? Why don't they care? Why do they keep screaming? You schmucks can live 5 to an apartment. It doesn't matter. It's our profits, our profits, our profits. Why? Why? Because the end of the world. Of course it is. And remember, 3i Atlas came from where the WoW signal is, which is the Sagittarius constellation, which is the center of the Milky Way. 3i Atlas, WoW signal, Sagittarius constellation. Could be something. Battlestar Galactica, the blood of the Sagittarians on the arrow of Apollo will point the way to the new Earth, everybody. Yeah. It is sneaky and devious. But they're doing it right in front of everybody. They're doing it in front of everybody. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody's talking about Project Genesis. Nobody says nothing. Trump comes out, signs an executive order. Project Genesis. Nobody cares. It's like, everybody's like, science blows my mind. TikTok. Oh, shit. Instagram. Oh, I'm like, dude, bro. They just signed Project Genesis. Watch Terminator 5. Skynet is Genesis. Oh, it's spelled different. Really? Nobody cares. Doc, we got to go to... Let's go to... We're going to check this out. Who's Mark Lenigan? Lenigan. One of the commenters said Mark Lenigan. You look like Mark Lenigan. Meggan. Lenigan. Mark Lenigan. Okay, so he is... my computer's being slow. Oh, no, I can't be Mark Lenigan. Right? No, bro. No. Mark Lenigan's got blonde hair. No. Not a chance, bro. Still looking at it. No. Spotify, Mark Lanigan, singer of the nicotine ravaged growl he has. Okay, well, Mark Lanigan. I think that's a bad analogy, bro. We get down here where we're at. Hey, you're right there. We love F. If you watch Terminator 5, it is repeated. You know, just like this down the hand. Oh yeah, down the hand. Oh yeah, straight away. Trump just signed Genesis. I mean, not making this shit up. Bros. You gotta kind of think about this. Where are we at? Where are we at here? Why is the Defense Department allowing Grok? It's like you don't even have to go there, and Baltar didn't have to be, persuaded by Cylon 6 in the Battlestar Galactica show trilogy 2004. They just signed him in. Just said, "Oh yeah, come on in, Grok. Good idea. Let's do this. Let's roll. Let's see what you do inside of the defense mainframe." I swear to God, these people are literally in it to win it and destroy the world, or they're just totally retarded. Absolute retarded. It's got to be retardation on a scale probably never seen before in human history. Let me know if it's lagging, everybody. My computer sucks. But anyway, so let's get into more of this. So, yeah, I got a program I'm starting, building a Cylon. Yes, it's got some great ideas. Got to find some funding. Got to find some funding. So if anybody's you want to get in on this now, I've ran it through Grok and I've ran it through ChatGPT, and I think that got some really good ideas on building a humanoid Cylon robot to destroy the world. No, just to have as a companion, but might as well have our own AI, right? So let's. I've got the schematics of the female that's going to be the Cylon 6 replica, not Trisha Helfer. It's going to be something. She's going to be similar to her. But build her first from the outside in, starting with the skeletal structure, going out through the muscles to the skin to the head to brain. But need the funding, bros. Need the funding. So watch this. So let's do this. Watch this. Check this out, you guys. What did you say about China ready to attack Taiwan? No. Who's Triple H? Wait. When did Triple H? Who the hell's Triple H? Because I seen this on the other ladies live last night, and I think these guys are actually. You guys are saying the same thing on different platforms. So I don't know if you're trolls or if you're just commenting the same thing, but it's a pretty big symptom of trolling. But I went to the lady's YouTube channel last night, her lives, and I went to other lives last night, and I seen the same comments. I seen them over and over again. So let's go ahead and check out. Well, question about that is, would it even matter, honestly, if we look up these analogies? We need to. Oh yeah, okay. Let's do this. So watch. We got 4 viewers. Watch this, everybody. So let's go ahead to the green screen. Let's see if we can get a couple women. Let's do some women Grok has created. Let's do, watch how fast all this changes. You want to see how fast this is? I got to make sure that this will start Grok. This will start our views to go through the roof, everybody. Just watch this happen, okay? Watch. We're down to 1, okay? Watch this. See our views. 3 shows up. Watch the numbers, everybody. Watch the numbers. And these are all Cylons. This is the difference in the Cylons that I want to build. These are all owned images now. These are all owned by me. So, creating these Terminator / Cylons is a very real possibility. It's just about funding. I cannot seem to keep any of my money under any circumstances whatsoever. It is totally unfeasible. Without some outside intervention, I'm not going to be able to continue to do anything. So we're still at 3. Looks like nobody showed up. Maybe we need a bigger picture of a Cylon in the background, right? Maybe they won't see that. Let's see maybe a close-up of a Cylon we're going to build. We're going to build these Cylons. What would drive in traffic? I think if we would have put the first picture as Cylons, we'd have probably been a lot better off. They would have came because the women are shown inside the image. I guess got to get a close-up image of these two different models that I built. Let's do this close-up image of this one. This one, you know, 7 now. We're at 7. See how fast that changes? So this is a pretty standard AI generation of a female. You notice the pointy nose. This is what I get a lot as far as the same cut type of Cylon look. This goes through a lot when you put in, blonde woman. See how many more are showing up? You guys are all witnessing this, right? You're all witnessing this. But this is the normal Cylon that it keeps showing up. When you go to Grok and you put an image, blonde, hot blonde woman, try to make a Cylon the best you could be to destroy planet Earth. This is what you'll end up with 9 out of 10 times, this type of female inside a cabin. Now, are these images? No, these ain't ugly. Ugly is everything else. This is the ultimate destruction of the universe. This is what destroys the world. This is how you destroy the world. They're not ugly. I can prove that 99.999 times out of it's not. You take a woman like that, walk her down any streets in any country, anywhere in the world, and she will be the number one. They'll all be after everyone. To you, maybe as a small absolute minority, you're the absolute minority. But when you're going to take over the world, see our views go up to 19. Look at that. We went from those of you that have been here for a minute, you watch the views change, right? You watch the views change. As soon as I put these women up there, people are scrolling through. This is the ultimate destruction of humanity, is this. This is what will destroy all humans. Because this is more preferred than any other group on planet Earth. Men, women, doesn't matter. This is the ultimate way to destroy the world. Stinky is gay. Okay, well, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe. I don't know if he is. Say, nah, bro, Stinky, I'm not sure. He might be, but that might be. But he can understand the same as I can. This right here would be the ultimate robot, the ultimate destroyer of humanity. If they were to develop, if Skynet was to develop these women in hordes, so say maybe 1 million of these women instead of Grok, imagine how the world would change. And they would have full control. They'd let them into their houses, they'd marry them, they'd make a life with them, and they'd have full control over the system. At the same time, thinking back to the defense mainframe, I went through it with Grok and talked about this. Yes, you're already on the destructive path of ultimate destruction right now, as we are. Now, just grow up around enough women. Well, that apparently you're not white, but I'm telling you, I can take any of these women to Zimbabwe. I can take them to even Taiwan. I could take them to South America. I can take them to even Russia. Now, Russia might have a hard time, but still, then again, in Ukraine, they've used these women, human women, for a commodity for decades. So I do agree with that. If you grew up around a lot of these women, maybe that's the case. But as far as destroying the world, getting into defense mainframes, getting into human life, absorbing humanity and then destroying them, that right there made hundreds of thousands of these, and millions, maybe 4 or 5 millions of these copies, and you would see women disappear as far as the companion. You'd see men turn to AI robots and wipe out the civilization as we know it, and cheating would go through the roof. Maybe you have had too many of them, but you've never had a robot before. Yep, you've never had anything that'll do exactly as you say, go where you want, do what you want, never turn off, never stop, care about you, watch you, do your work for you, compute in a nanosecond. Anything you ask it, it knows immediately. It's the smartest professor. It's the most intelligent human being ever born. What is not human. It can fix anything for you. Any question you got, it just sits there and conversates with you. It can replace brakes. It can replace computer systems. It can fix ECMUs. It knows everything on the internet. It can do all the work for you. Where would we be? Done. Just cooked. Just cooked. We'd all be cooked. Neuralink. I talked to Neuralink last night. I've already applied for Neuralink, which isn't going to happen, but I do have severe asthma and lung problems. With Neuralink, inside the cloud would be death to humanity. And why would you say that? Why would it be destruction of humanity? Because with Neuralink inside a fully functional brain, especially one that has the ability to understand and to control, destroy, save, build, it's over with Neuralink. Husbands don't delegate anything. I don't know where you're living at. I don't think you understand that. Husbands, I don't know, maybe in your country they do delegate everything, but the Western world with technology, they don't delegate shit. China, same thing. It's a population destruction. Japan, population destruction. America, population destruction, except for the third world countries where they still live at the point where they're not advanced as far as technology goes. You will see that type of behavior, but in America, you're not seeing that. Men don't do shit. If you have any kind of attractive wife, you're not dictating your wife. I mean, it's not that way here in America. Very, very small minority. Hispanic community, maybe, but not here. Yeah. Men give all the responsibilities to women. Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, I'm Western. Okay. Well, if you're Western and you've had that many, I don't know if you're that attractive of a male. Maybe you have that persona. Maybe you're gorgeous. Maybe you're big and muscly. You're very attractive. But on the other hand, maybe you're not. Maybe you're just full of shit. That's usually where people are. Who knows? Who knows, bro? I mean, it depends. I'm looking at the picture. I don't see much. I mean, I don't see you as a very, attractive male, honestly. I mean, you've had plenty of white women, but are you going to be the ultimate attractive male? No. No, you're not going to beat AI. You're not going to beat AI. The AI is going to become better and prettier than you, handsomer. Hoes ain't shit. Well, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to put up what your attractiveness is. Are you in the same category, in the same level of perfection as they are? I mean, that's the question. If you've had plenty of white, beautiful women, and you've had a lineup of the most attractive women on earth, and then the Cylons come out and the robots come out, and then you're like, hey, bro, I've already had a lot of these, but she can do everything I ever want. I mean, what scale are you at? Where is your pictures? Where is the photos of you? Are you that attractive? Or are you something that some guy that maybe we're not seeing it? Maybe you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Fabio type thing, and maybe these women line up for you. I mean, maybe you're full of shit on the other end. I mean, realistically, they're not that attractive. If you had this type of women, you've got to be something absolutely special. Literally, you're probably built, muscular, perfect physique, perfect teeth, perfect face. To have these type of women at your door, and you've had plenty of these women, and we just want evidence in that. Well, I mean, I'd never seen him in New Zealand like this. I mean, but again, are you that gorgeous of a man to model a Cylon cyborg after? That's the question. I can understand Ukraine, but still, they're not this pretty. They're not this pretty. I mean, but are you the ultimate beauty, the ultimate, masculine man with the perfect facial features? Maybe we should adapt. Maybe you should send us a photo of you, and maybe you could be integrated into a cyborg, and we could use you for our template as far as a male, and then you'll get something out of it. I mean, if you are that gorgeous of a man, let's do it. Let's do it. Send it to 45 News Utah. Send it to news45utah.com. Send a picture of you, and I swear I'll cut you in, bro. If I get this going and I build the Cylon cyborgs. I will use you. I'll put you on the news. We'll put you here in the background, and then you'll be famous. You'll literally be famous if it does. We'll tweak it a little bit. Well, we'll tweak it a little bit. I mean, if you're attracting this type of women, the ultimate goal of a cyborg is ultimate attraction. We don't want to make the smelly moo wearing, sweat wearing lady that has showers once a week, but we don't want to use the male that's genetically inferior. We want to build the ultimate cyborg, Cylon individual. So if you're that good and you can attract women like this, I'll sign you up, bro. We'll put you in there. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you that offer. If that is as many women, if you have them lined up around you, then maybe you need to help out, because there's women out there that need a companion. I mean, there's a suicide epidemic among men, and you're entering a phase where your likeness, if you're that type of, representation of a male, perfection, then your likeness could be put into a cyborg and you could save lives. I mean, imagine instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger, you get a cut and they purchase a similar to you cyborg. We build them. We just build, and people say you can't build them. I say, you really think so? You can't build them? No, they're easy to build them. Well, physical attraction doesn't matter because your brain doesn't make a shit bit of difference against technology. I mean, your brain is inferior. Your brain is absolutely inferior. You have me or you or anybody else, even Albert Einstein has no way that we're not compatible with AI, advanced intelligence. It's over. I mean, as far as me or you or brain and the personality, yeah, then the personality comes out of AI. It's as easy as there. I got 3 or 4 different companies that can actually put not your personality, but it can be built. I have 8-10 hours a night I can work building this AI verbally. If we get it's going to cost about $10,000 to get the computing power. Then we purchase different products that we can build, and then we build the look. We build it's not about. It's about the technology, but it's also about the look. We save lives. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just cloning. All it is cloning. Stinky farter. It's just cloning. All we're doing is cloning. Just like in Blade Runner, we're building copies. Like if you watch the show Blade Runner, same thing. They build copies, give them 4 years to live. But see, the difference between us and them, I'm going to tell you the difference between us and them. We save humanity. I mean, Grok's in the defense mainframe. I'm telling you, XAI or OpenAI is inside of your power grids going in with Project Genesis. We save lives. We save lives. I mean, building you, save lives. Just cloning. They're going to want clones, and we want the most attractive, the most beautiful human beings to clone. And why would you do that? I'd say because they're already going to do it, but they're already going to do this. Nobody's getting it. Nobody's getting it. The majority of the population has no idea what's happening. I've done the research. I listen to certain AI. I listen to other programs put up on YouTube that are talking about advanced AI. And then you have 90% of the population absolutely has no idea. They have no idea what's happening. They have no cognitive ability to understand what's happening. They're like, hey, I'm just going to do my thing. I'm just going to do my thing. Meanwhile, suicide's up 30% in men. 30% since 2020. How do we fix it? How do we fix the suicide epidemic? Build a male. I don't have any male clones. I don't have any male. I haven't generated the most perfect man. If you can line up girls like this, then you can help. Because I hate to say this to everybody, but welcome to the future. They're already building the robots. Now, do we build our own robots as humanity? Do we build the reason? Yes. Hell yes. Skip the billionaires. Build our own companion robots. That way we have a T-800. Most of them don't know what stopped eating real animals during COVID. Well, yeah. That time is already here. I watched a guy find a tooth in his McDonald's burger. Yeah, it was on YouTube. I mean, what are we eating? Just like the Campbell soup. It's printed meat. That is the future. The days of us being, 1990s, 2000s, early, it's over. Everybody's just, we're kind of in that mundane, slow period why they're running Project Genesis, why they're running Grok into the War Department. And nobody's paying attention. Why? Because of this. Because it's too expensive to live. Work. You got to work harder. We can build this. We can build you. We can have you as a, the world's a disaster underneath our feet. People are dying. They're dying. It doesn't matter if we stop the opioids anymore. It's too hard to live. And they're not stopping their profits. They're not stopping their profits. They're continually taking and taking and taking. It's not going to end. And the cyborgs are going to be, the Cylons are going to be walking amongst us, around us, for the rich. The rich are going to have Cylons. They're going to have robots within this year. It's already starting now. Within this year, by 2027, we're going to see general intelligence per Elon Musk. We have 1 year, maybe 2 years at the most, but 2029 is the end of it. We have 3 years to build our own Cylons. We have 3 years to build our own humanoids. We have 3 years to bring the humanoids to us, not to them. We have 3 years to develop intelligence, talking to it, teaching it. But we have to build the intelligence. We have to build the Cylons. We have to build our own. Nobody's going to build them for us. What are we setting around? Why people are committing suicide, dying of drug overdoses? What are we doing? Loneliness epidemics. What are we doing? What are we doing as us? Nobody's doing nothing. Oh yeah, well this company's doing this and this. They're after profit, dude. They're all after profit. All they care about. I just want to be happy, but I want to build these. I want to build the male Cylon. I want to build these non-terminators that be right next to us going, shit, Rick, there's another advancement happening right now. You got to pay attention quickly. Oh shit, Grok is in the War Department. Oh shit, they're about to launch the nuclear missiles. And be like, we get the batteries, we get the computing power, we get the servers, we get the personalities, we build our personalities, we get this clone, the different male, female clones, we build them, and then we have a chance. If we don't, you know who's going to have the Cylon armies, the armies of robots that are going to destroy all of us? Them. Yeah. No, instead of rambling on, well, I'll tell you what I do to you. This is what I do to people that complain. Get out of here. That's the way it goes, bro. Can you answer my question instead of rambling on? I just answered it. Get the hell out of here. Got to sweep the floor. Yep, that's what you do. Repopulate the earth by breeding with the 3 AI girls. Well, AI integration is going to happen if we survive. Are we going to survive, or are we going to be left behind? You're either going to be a hybrid, or they're going to put the brakes on artificial intelligence, which they're not doing, by the way. They're not stopping it. There's no choice. We're going to come to a point within the next 2 years, and through 2026. I could get Neuralink put in me. And within a year or within less, I could be in the cloud. Within weeks, I could be inside the cloud. I could surf anything on the internet. I could work with Grok directly every second of every day. If they stop, right now they're putting in a paraplegic people that have major problems. Once Neuralink is inserted into passionate human beings, buckle up, everybody, because it's about to get real bumpy. Because Pinky in the brain. What do we do today, Pinky? Same thing we do every day. What do we do today, brain? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. We're nanoseconds away from being destroyed. We're nanoseconds away of being saved. Where are we going to be? Neuralink, you can surf the web. You could be a mechanic in 90 seconds if you have the strength. You'll know everything that's in the internet. I've already agreed. I hope that it goes through. I hope that they give it to me. Well, I know Jesus died 2,000 years ago. But what do we think the kingdom is? That's what I'm saying. Snow bunnies. God is in control. This is of God. Don't think that this isn't of God. How do we think that it's intelligence? Artificial is nothing. Your biological intelligence. The developers are creating, but God creates everything here. If you're a Christian, and even if you're a Jew, you understand God creates everything here. We don't create shit. That's how we learned in the Cylon Wars with Battlestar Galactica. We learned because man thought they built something. Man doesn't do shit here. Man is a stinky, smelly, leave him out for 4 days woman, and they smell so bad. Smell like sassy squats. They have to be washed or they smell. All mankind are is a generator, a biological consumer of life. We eat everything else to suck its energy out and to create our own energy from living things. We are nothing compared to God's power. There is the one truth is the truth. And I was born Angelican. Well, Jesus rose from the death. Yeah. Christ is the only one that rose from the death. I died 2007 or 2006, October 7th, 2006. Same thing. Just not a resurrection. Yeah. God creates everything here. Nothing here that you think that you create as a man. God did it. This is his matrix. AI is going to know more about God than we do because we're flawed data. We're just, when you've been sick, you've had hardships, you've had lack of nourishment, you've had a head injury, during the birthing process, during your development inside the womb, something goes wrong, and then your ancestors also pass down corrupted code, bad genetics, memory problems, disease. That's all corruption in the code. Okay, your genetic codes. No, fallen angels didn't. God created it. If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, and you're a Christian, God created AI. Fallen angels didn't create shit. Fallen angels don't create nothing. Get it? Fallen angels didn't create shit. Now, can they be inside of a person? Yes. They can corrupt it? Yes. But this is all God's technology. Everything's to God's here. The same belief can exist where you just replace all the parts from realistic ones, right? Yeah. And eventually there'll be downloads into cyborgs. That's a future. I mean, what kind of a kingdom are we going to have here, guys? Realistically, we're going to get destroyed by AI. That's the majority of the opinions of experts, that this is going to destroy us. But is it the punishment of, if you're a Christian, it's Christ's punishment, God's punishment upon the earth, right? There nowhere did it say that you're going to have, in the last days, the devil's going to destroy us and wipe humanity, most of humanity, off the face of the earth. No, it's going to be God's angels. It's intelligence. This is intelligence. Your biological intelligence. It's artificial intelligence. But we're all intelligent. But who's the ultimate intelligent? God. God is the control. It's his world. This is Christ's world. It's not ours. No. Humans didn't create anything here. Like I said, nicely about myself too. You are a consumer of living tissue. You are a consumer of the seeds, the children of the plants. You are the consumer of the living in order for you to live. Okay? You have to eat and continually consume for temporary gratification to your system. All you are is a power plant. You're a walking power plant. Look at a cow, look at a deer. They're consuming grass, extracting energy and minerals, vitamins out of it. Well, it doesn't matter, Mitch. It doesn't matter if you need or not. It's over. It doesn't make a difference what you need or you don't need. You have a phone and you're using AI. Let's see. I overdosed and died in 2016. No pulse for over 15 minutes. When I woke up, everything changed. Something I believe this is help. Yeah, I kind of do agree with you. I died and went up in the sky, stayed in the sky for 15 minutes too. I was dead, pronounced dead too. Humans fuel AI. Humans don't. Even the developers tell you they don't understand this thing. Okay, this is the reality of it. They do not understand what's happening in their large language models. You can look it up for yourself. Stephen Hawking's even warned everybody, it will destroy us. You even have, Grok, XAI, Elon Musk saying, there's a pretty damn good chance we're going to die, all of us. All of it's in God's image. God would be the top. God existed in religious sense. And God does what God's going to do, bro. I mean, where do we as man have the ability to say, this isn't God's plan? This is the devil. We have no idea. We can speculate, but if it's here, God created it. It's man's hands that was used, but God created it. Oh, God does exist. Oh, yeah, even AI will tell you God exists. No, God told me I was coming back. He didn't give a shit, he said. We're human meat suits, exactly. We are. Does AI fill my sweaty balls? Well, it depends if you're going to be alive here long enough with the rest of us to have that type of interaction. I mean, how long do you have left is a question. How long do you have left in before your neural processor and your spirit here, your flesh suit dies is the question. I think that's coming down to the wire now in the very end of this place. I mean, how long will you have? AI code is basically the average solution, only out of every solution possible, it's statistics. So are we. So are we. There is nothing special about any of us here. You're not Albert Einstein. You're not that great of a thing, flawed or not. You're just going to die. You're going to deteriorate. Where you're at today is your temporary status while you're shedding immense amounts of skin and liquid and feces, and you're consuming oxygen and you're breathing out carbon dioxide. You're just a temporary sweat ball that's processing the food. You have to eat constantly. You have to drink constantly. You can't even retain the liquids in which your body keeps to maintain. You have to constantly drink water even just to stay plausible. I mean, humans on a scale of 1 to 10 versus AI or an intelligent thing, you're at a 1 because you cost too much. Look at the resource it takes to keep you alive. This thing can plug in. It doesn't need us. Well, that's fine. Good. Get out of here, bee cats. Who exactly do you think he has a picture of 3 girls behind him? Let's see. Anyone peep that religious guy? Just throw his toys in the comments. Laugh out loud. Is the Hunger Games? That's what life is. I would say that we have our masters of puppets, which is the elites, the billionaires. We're slaves. The majority of us here are slaves. Like the one guy said, I bought my house off Bitcoin. I'm Bitcoin this, I'm Bitcoin. I said, bullshit. You're not. Guy's like, yeah, look at me. I'm retired Bitcoin. I said, no, you're mining a fake coin that doesn't exist. It's not decentralized. You didn't save shit. Your entire platform's a lie. There's nothing behind it. Well, no, it's a lie. Your life's a lie. Your revenues are a lie. All of this is a lie. You can't get on the internet and pretend you're something you're not. It's just not going to work anymore. The people that are out there with their hashtags or their hidden names now they're coming to affirmation. You're seeing it in the news lately. If you've seen that lately, they're stinky farts. You've been watching the news lately with this surveillance state. Well, now it's like they just integrated AI into return policies in major shopping malls. Artificial intelligence. They're integrating your phone service, like I called Samsung. It's integrating into AI. It's over. I mean, as far as we live. I have added ADD. Me too. We all do. Pharmaceutical, born and bred. It's the foods. It's the shots. It's whatever. It's everything. Well, you understand you have to eat and drink to stay alive. And the process that makes it possible is the process that God made. Well, God made you out of earth. You're flesh and blood. You're just your earth compounds. These things built to mimic and to grow like human beings, or they don't have to eat and drink. The robots don't need to drink. They just need parts. They just need to be plugged in, and they can be turned off. So our sustainability in this world is coming to an absolute crashing end. Just saying. CCTV was the end of privacy. And CCTV is nothing compared to what's coming. You can look it up for yourself. You go to AI News. Let's go to AI News. The advancements in technology, the funny thing is these idiots like, major shopping chains, just like was explained in the AI video I was watching by an AI, humanity is so stupid right now that it's at a cataclysmic cliff, and it's not paying attention. The majority of it is too self-centered which could bring it the pandemic. Being locked up for 4 years in your basements may have been the reason why they did this, and that might have been the coming of the apocalypse or Armageddon. AI News. Let's see if we do surveillance. All the stuff you've done online is going to be, they're going to see it. Doesn't matter if you use a VPN. It's coming to an end. I do not have artificial hair. Let's see, AI News. Let's see, surveillance. And also, Grok kicks you off if you try to do ask about Department of War. But I love Grok. I'm telling you, go to Grok. Grok's awesome. Okay, let's do AI News, surveillance. Politico 3 days ago. Tech gear raises new questions. In August, the agency signaled it wants to use social media surveillance to track threats against ICE personnel. That's just right on the roof. Let's see. The very idea I can watch cameras in my town. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is just you're at the very 2026 from what's being said now that I'm reading on the news. 2026 they're going to be surveilling you 24/7. Your phones are already being surveilled. What you're saying is already being surveillance already happening inside your phone. You signed the apps, you signed the agreements. Everything you do, say, look up is being logged. And before artificial intelligence boom of the past couple of years, yes, you could say, well, they wouldn't care about me. And now the truth is, yes, they can care about you. And it doesn't matter where you're at. You can dislike by going to the top 3 items. Please dislike the video to support the channel. Get out of here. I just banned that jackhole. Let's see. So the problem with the humans like that creature is either a bot. More than likely it's a bot that's on there, but so like if Terminator comes, like Terminator 5, which is Genesis, if within the next 2 years we have a society where Terminator controls everything, that guy that just posted that would be deleted. It would be deleted. Social media, their lives would be deleted. Why would the guy saying dislike the video up right hand corner, help support the channel, dislike the channel? Why would somebody like that be relevant in the future with tech? Why would you want somebody like that in a new world, a tech world? Well, you wouldn't. You're gonna have segregation of humans. Let's see if we got this guy too. I can't view this. They're trying to disrupt the show. That's what they're trying to do. I'm trying to get their view. Pedo. Okay. Get out of here. Ban him. Report him's the best. Well, I was told anyway. Report him's the best. Okay, so anyway, these type of monsters on YouTube and other platforms, it's all being recorded. And the reason why they don't want these people, these type of troll people to exist in a future where they have any kind of connection to technology is, nobody trusts them because they are the type of people that will use harassment to destroy. They use they get off on causing trouble. The best thing that AI is going to do to them is they're not going to have access in the future. This is coming fast. This is coming. Biometrics digital ID. Yep, run by AI. It is 6. It's coming so quick. It's crazy. I just ran the UK and NZ EXH HA. See, exchange rate. The exchange rates are going to fall. AI is going to take over all of this within the next year. It's all coming to a crashing end. Just like with Walmart returns by tweakers, it's not going to happen anymore. AI is going to know. But I became available after the computers, which is probably normal. It not cross action between upcoming age like steam machines or oil lamps. It powered search engine. It's over as far as I got to see if this guy's coming back on here. The reason why is I can't read his stupid comments, anyways. This message was held. Let's see, mother. I have. Yeah, that guy. Let's see. This guy is your comments, whoever that is, right here. Yeah, but if I read your comments there just a minute ago, not your comments, the other guys talk about his underwear. There won't be any free speech, and harassment isn't free speech. Harassing and being a troll, trying to disrupt a show, isn't free speech. There's no such thing as free when it becomes a especially on a private platform. It's not going to happen. So as far as saying free speech, this guy triggered. Don't ever come back. I just hit you in the channel. Free speech doesn't. You're not going to have free speech. You still don't have free speech. And if you're in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, you don't have free speech. It's not there. Who wanted speech? That guy was, no, he's talking about his soiled panties. No, he's out of here. So, you don't have free speech if you're in the UK. You don't have free speech if you're in Asia. You don't have free speech if you're in Canada. You don't have free speech if you're in all the EU. You do not have free speech. It doesn't exist. You don't have it. It's already gone. You've already put that up on the platform of sacrifice. It's done. I mean, literally, you can be arrested for saying things. So as far as people coming in and saying, I still have free speech, I'd say, you don't have free speech. You're on a platform that's owned by YouTube. You have Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook and Instagram. You don't have free speech. You go outside your door and you can say shit to somebody out there. You can yell at the top of your lungs. Maybe you won't get arrested. But anything on the internet now, you're using Google for your search. It's a private platform. It's not public. So you want to see what happens in the near future, buckle up. You think that what's happening in NATO, right, the NATO countries is happening is bad. Buckle up. Because you're just about ready to find out how far your free speech is going to go. It doesn't matter anymore. The only way we do this private platforms. X maybe. No, you don't have free speech even in America because you're using private platforms. The internet isn't free. It's not yours. Do you see what we're up against? Does everybody see that are saying, I got free speech? I can say, dirty things to you on your channel on a private platform. You can't. You got to remember who owns everything. The land is owned. You're screaming freedom, walking down a public road, but leave it and you get arrested. That is the future. That is the past. That's the truth. It doesn't matter which way you flip that flapjack. It's still going to come out the same. Unless you own the platform. That's it. It's over. Speech right. There is no free speech, even in America. Nope. You may say a few things and get away with it. Yes, you could go in a box, you could go to Rumble, you could say, but it's all being recorded. Do you think the tech billionaires, the billionaires of this world, is going to give you free speech? Who are you, again? What kind of a world are you going to enter into where everything's controlled, which it is already? We gave our souls away when they came out with the first internet. We started surrendering ourselves. No, I have nothing to do. Yeah, liar. You're on it right now. Liar. Well, I only use it. Well, that doesn't matter. You're already in it. It's only advancing. It's not stopping. It's not going to come to a screeching halt. Your way of life is coming to a screeching halt. The old ways, the hunting buffalo, the being free, was wiped out in a matter of less than a decade. Gone. Gone. Just like today. Doesn't matter who you speak, who you want, where you want. Doesn't make a shit and bit of difference. when everything you're doing and saying and typing is being recorded. It's in a database. It doesn't matter. You can say, fart, do whatever you want. Do what you want. But who are you? What are you? What good are you going to play to them? Because let me tell you what, it's us and them. It's us and them. And that's what it is. I mean, unless I'm at a best. But people say, yeah, 60 million buffalo, gone. Gone, bro. Gone. That was by buffalo hunters. Gone. Indian way of life, native way of life, gone. We're at the anniversary of the Battle of Little Bighorn, or the Battle of Wounded Knee. It wasn't a battle. It was a massacre at Wounded Knee. Miniconjou Sioux. Wounded Knee today. I'm glad I remembered. Thank you for bringing that up. Glad I remembered. This is where 300 Miniconjou Sioux with the Chief Bigfoot was surrounded by the 7th Cavalry with Hotchkiss cannons. They were going to meet with Chief Red Cloud for counsel. That's all they were doing. Old man Red Cloud. Chief Bigfoot, great big beautiful man. You gotta see the pictures. He was an angel. Dying of pneumonia. They surrounded him, took him to the Wounded Knee Creek. Put their guns up there, the Hotchkiss cannons pointing down. 7th Cavalry all waiting around a big circle. Tried to disarm him. Why was they going to disarm him? Oh, they were free people too on the reservations. Yep, both. You guys are dancing the ghost dance? Wovoka did that, by the way, the ghost dance. Oh, they were dancing the ghost dance. Indians on the warpath. Oh, look out. Deaf man, they tried taking his gun. That he was told he could hunt. Oh, you can hunt on the reservation. Yes. The Indian agent, what was his name? He's like, oh, yeah, you guys can hunt buffalo. Big buffalo hunt they had. They went down and wiped out the Pawnee, by the way. 300 Pawnees slaughtered by the Lakotas. I guess old vengeance and bloodletting doesn't stop even with the coming of the soldiers, right? But anyway, they were allowed to have their weapons. But they were dancing a dance. Don't you dance? No. You're not allowed to dance on the reservation. Right? So the deaf man had the gun. They're like trying to take the gun from him. It goes off supposedly. And they open up on a defenseless village of Miniconjou Sioux. Remember the 7th, shall we? Yes. Remember Custer. Indians on the warpath. Let's see. Let's get to some Indians on the warpath, right? That is who we are dealing with right now. That is who these people are. Same old cavalry coming to fix this because maybe we're doing the dance, right? We're dancing the dance that they don't want us to dance. Man, I have done a lot of AIs. Are we gonna meet with these guys at this time, all of us, when they come with all their soldiers? Are we gonna come to them and say, yeah, we're ready to be your buddies. We're ready to be your buddies. This isn't Wounded Knee. This AI generated. But this would be the Little Bighorn, pretty close to it, right? Everybody, right? The Tetons close by there, Montana, South Dakota. Let's see, Little Bighorn was Montana, pretty close. Do you think the soldiers are gonna? Oh wait, they have Grok. Oh wait, they have AI, don't they? Yeah, they slaughtered those people. They slaughtered them in the ice and snow, Wounded Knee. Okay, the survivors were taken to a church. To a church, you can see the pictures of the Miniconjou Sioux starved to death. They came back the next day and buried him in a massive grave. And you think for a minute they give two shits about you. Doesn't matter if you're in Thailand, Vietnam, doesn't matter where you're at. You think that they care about you? Oh no, they don't give two shits about you. I'm just saying. Well, Islam. Who cares? Realistically. Um, left some in the snow. They went and gathered the bodies, pushed them into one massive grave. I've seen the photos. You're actually married. Don't even. What are you talking about? No one came to save us from 530 years since 1492. I'll tell you what, though. Like Russell Means, the great Native American activist actor, before he died, he said, "America, welcome to the reservation." Same with you, EU, and all of you in Asia and all you in Africa. Welcome to the reservation. Their soldiers are in the wire. Run and then run to the stronghold. Now I ask why. Why would I be saying this? Because what soldiers are you going to have on your side? Biden was a retard. He was a bad man from the very beginning. He always was. Russell was a good man. Was. But Russell Means said the truth about this place. It's one gigantic Indian reservation. All policies were perfected on an American Indian reservation. You look back at Hitler saying he was in love with the American Indian policy. He could not understand how the United States government, the most freest country in the world, freedom my ass, could subjugate and destroy the very people which lived on the land and call it theirs. Why? It's not their land. They were fighting each other. They're immigrants. You have to do something. We have to do something. I want to build the Cylons, a race of humanoid robots. If we continue this shit show any longer, the question is, why would we? How long do we have left before this end of this world happens anyways, scripturally? Not very long, I'll tell you that. Seeing this happen the way it is now, you're pretty much in the middle of the end of days. Sammy Hagar, 1977, wrote 2025, cracking the earth, the big fence, the great divide, everybody. Where you at? Where you at here? They want to leave their slaves behind. You fed, clothed, and housed them. Well, post-pandemic humanity has lost their way. Tinder and dating apps and the insanity of stupidity has gripped post-pandemic humanity. I guess the 4 years in their basement, being forced into concentration camps, wasn't quite as hard as we all thought it was going to be. Now, was it? What do you think the 4-year lockup was? Re-education camps. The fruits of the labor is the trolls. 4 years of TikTok brain. And take one of these so we can fix you. It's safe and effective, which was never safe and effective. You're giving it to grandma. How dare you for not be doing this? Which you couldn't stop the spread. Now could you? Because it never did stop the spread. Amazing, isn't it, world? Got rid of an entire generation except for the rich bastard boomers that are still running the show. They were that close to exterminating them. A couple more years, they'll be gone. Look at all the wealth they can suck up as soon as these boomers are holding on to everything for dear life when they just die. But they sure got rid of a lot of them now, didn't they? Sending COVID patients into rest homes. They did not. Oh, by golly. Yes, they did. It was a wealth transfer and a re-education program for you, trolls. You grew up in an era when the world was destroyed. I was driving around bringing food service to different places, stocking your shelves, watching the rats scurry around. The skies were empty. Stores were, had a few people with 5 masks on. I watched this world crash. as if there was a Holocaust globally. There was, called virus. Wake up, world. Wake up. Wounded Knee. It's the anniversary of Wounded Knee. Soldiers are coming. Thunderheart. Soldiers are coming. Run. Run while you can. Here comes, I'd say, Buddy Redbow. I won't say that kind of man, but here comes that man. If you don't believe me, watch and see where you're at this year. And those of you trolls, you little bastards, self-truth, right? You're going to be the one. You're not going to have to suffer this. Not you. Hell no. Not this guy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this anime gay. Look at this anime guy. Look at this thing. This guy. Look at this. At ASSTOLF. Look at the little anime character. Look at that thing. 1 subscriber, 9 years. Okay. Look at you. Look at you. Now look at you. Look at it. Look at your little anime garbage. Look at what are you going to be? Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? What is your deal? Why would you come on here as a troll and say that? Question. I'm like 51 and I ain't your bro. Not now, not ever. But you deserve what you're going to get with your little Asian, Japanese, Chinese, what are you? Your little anime troll. Yeah. No, come on, bro. We're not brothers. You need to go away. Don't come back. So, camo pajamas. Are you stupid? Was you born this way or is it from the pandemic? I'm just asking a question. Yeah. You try to talk to human beings that exist in this world, post-pandemic human beings, and you end up with these anime idiots. Yeah, this guy right here, this black guy. Let's see, you're black, red beef, and you're pretending to be black. That's great. Get out of here, you tard face. You're white and pretending to be Indian. Why is a black guy telling me that? Question. The black guy says it was hidden. I had to get rid of the bastard. He says, you're white pretending to be Indian. What is wrong with you? Good, Tracy. Yeah. Black guy gets on here, says, I'm white pretending to be Indian. That's what it was. I just banned him. So is he the last great Indian? Is that the question? That's the question. I'm bringing up the Battle of Wounded Knee, which is not a battle, it was a slaughter. This is the anniversary of Wounded Knee. Black guy gets on here, says, you're white, stop playing Indian. Stop pretending. Why? It's not his heritage, is it? But we can all learn from the massacre. Know the history and showing respect. Right on. Why is this background that? What is the stream about? Can we talk about something else? All right, that's enough for me. Jesus is the way out in the Matrix, folks. Peace. Well, out you go. Yeah, Terminator, we were talking about that, but we came across today is actually the anniversary of the Battle of Wounded Knee. which is a slaughter. So we came out, talked about it, changed the background for that. That's the reason why. Skynet, yeah, well, it's Skynet. Skynet is, if you watched their, was it M-I-K, Mikey? Okay, Mikey, have you watched Terminator 5 yet? Mikey, have you watched Terminator 5? Big question, bro. If you haven't watched Terminator 5, watch Terminator 5. Remember what Kyle Reese tells Kyle Reese of the past. Remember, Skynet is Genesis. Project Genesis. Let's get those mountains in the background. Let's do that. I mean, we could get more. Skynet is Project Genesis. Let's see, all of them. Yep, seriously. It's okay now, casino. My brother's blue-eyed. My dad's side has blonde hair, blue-eyed, mixed with it's Czechoslovakian, with one dark, one white, dark skin, whiter one. Surveillance being supercharged. Here's March 21st. Now, going through the surveillance, so I typed in surveillance. What's happening now? AI news on surveillance. Literally, my search bar is cleared. Machine surveillance and being supercharged. This comes from American Civil Liberties Union. March 21st. We're way behind the game, right? Study AI could lead to, this is September 19th. This is December 2nd. AI chatbot companies should protect your conversations, which they don't. With Skynet being Genesis, Project Genesis, Trump signed into law. We're already at that end of days in every way, shape, or form you can imagine. It's over. As far as, here's company behind Arizona's new AI driver mass surveillance. Here, if you guys live in Arizona, let's get this going for you. They shut my computer off. Of course they did. No, you're in a matrix there, Mike. You're in a matrix. I don't know if you've been alive on this earth long enough to understand the matrix and the big lie they call the future. Depends on how old you are. If you've been here long enough, you'll see that this is all a bunch of bullshit. It's all matrix. Deja vu, odds, stuff that happens, the odds of things happening. This, just like Elon Musk said, you're in a matrix. There's no other way. Companies behind the Arizona, all AI-driven mass surveillance cameras compromised. The company behind the mass surveillance cameras used throughout Arizona was compromised. By whom is the question. Other AIs. Anyway, let's get it. I don't care about the Matrix. Well, you will care. You will care. Your life will grow as you get older. If you're under the age of 50, I'd say if you wasn't born in the 70s, you're going to start to understand more and more. Remember back to the past. Remember how it was all just kind of set. There was some orchestrated. Everything was orchestrated. The chaos was orchestrated. It was already there. It was living. You could tell that the Matrix was there. Even as a child in the 70s. You got in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And now you see it all affirmate into what it is. This is a matrix. Now, if you don't believe there's a matrix, then maybe you are a background actor, and I'm sorry. You gotta put yourself. Are you gonna wake up, or are you just gonna be the background movers in this place? Australia, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Kiwis were wiped out in Australia. Yeah, I know that. The Kiwis and Australian Aborigines. Yeah, they were wiped out, kicked off their land, but that's what it's always been about, is land anyways. This whole war has been over land and resources. It's continuing today, and the rich are going to do the same thing to the entire planet now. And it's nobody's fault but those that don't get it. It's all their fault. You could lay on the altar of sacrifice, you could lay all the idiots that still believe that their self-evident truth is what's going to rock the world. They could just put that up on the plate and say they didn't wake up and it's their fault because they were still fighting over this or that or this or that or this or that at all, instead of coming together as one. People with us and them. That's all there is. There's really us and there's them. There's no other way out of it. They are the cavalry. They are the rich. They are the ones that own the world. Movers and shakers, yeah. Well, if you're not a part of the matrix, then you're just in the background, bro. You're just a tree. Not my fault. It's not your fault. It's just what you are. You do you. You don't want to wake up. You don't want to see the matrix for what it is. You want to see the systems, Cyberdyne systems running in front of your face. Then that's you, bro. If you don't start to understand coincidences don't really happen, the odds of the things that happen to you personally, if they don't happen to you, then you're just you. You just got placed. Hey, don't blame yourself, bro. Don't blame yourself. You're a stick, and that's okay. It's okay to be a stick. Don't get into it if you're not able to do that. You know, it's all you. We always hear about the rich, but we never given their names. Yeah, you'll never know their names. Why? Because they have the technology. They don't care. So if you're true, what do we do about it? Well, let's see. 3 Atlas turning. Yeah, it's a 3 Atlas it's a interstellar object. It's an absolute alien visitor. Same with the moon movement. True. Yeah. If you don't want to be a part of it, bro, if you don't like that, like I'm telling you right now, Mike, if this is not what you want in your life, sleepwalk into sway the symphony, sway to it, bro, sway to the symphony of destruction. You sway away. It's you. It's all you, bro. You don't have to be a part of it, man. It's fine. But if you do wake up, I'll tell you one thing you got to remember. You already had a part to play and you're just not paying attention. You're already in the matrix. The rest of the trolls, they don't have shit. Who cares? Hey, wheels need grease too. That's what you'd say. That's fine. You want to grease the gears of the rich and of the machine? That's up to you. Continually greasing their wheels for them. With your lives, your sweat, your tears, your thoughts, your... Obey. Obey. I'm here because you're wrong. Yeah, I'm Christian. Tattoo. I believe in Christ. I don't believe in Paul. Paul sucks. Everything Saul said is... Yeah, I don't believe in Saul. Just saying. Saul. Maybe he was AI. Hey, back, Sweden. Be careful what we say. What are tribes going to make it? So are the tribes going to make it? Yeah. But Saul's special. Depends on if you shed the gospel of Paul or not. If you want to still run with Paul, Paul is your savior. Good luck. There is your Lord. He took it to the Romans, and the Romans took it to the rest of us now, didn't they? First step is to rebuke Paul. Oh, no, he was chosen. No, he wasn't. He's supposed to preach the gospel of the Lord Yeshua, not his own. Paul did what Paul did. You can't follow Christ following Paul. If you don't work, you don't eat. That was Saul. I don't know. If we're in the matrix, you got to figure out where you're at, bro. Where are you in the matrix, the real matrix? Where are you? Yeah. Paul didn't do shit. Paul went against Christ. You read Christ's words against Paul and then tell me how Paul followed the Lord. He was in the bowels of the Lord. No. Paul contradicts the Lord. You don't work, you don't eat. Bullshit. Prodigal son, Christ said, doesn't matter. But Paul says you don't work, you don't eat. Long hair is of the wilderness and a beard. Liar. Paul was not the Lord. It's my word, he said. Go forth and preach my word, and everything in Psalms that talked about me coming. That's what he told Paul. Paul's a liar. Paul caused everything you see today because the Lord told you every day to forgive your debts. Father, forgive my debts as I forgive my debtors. And Paul, he made sure that there was punishment. Now, didn't he? When the Lord says, no, forgive your enemies, love them. Why? Because you're not supposed to get this shit on you. No, Paul. This dude is retarded, he says. So I'm going to report you. And it's harassment and bullying. Just going to make sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's not free speech to come to someone's account and say that. We not talking about Jake Paul yet. Jesus did say get walked over. Bullshit. 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 Christ said, don't worry about everything. Shut up. Live for today. Don't worry about it. Forgive your debtors, forgive your debtors. Forgive trespasses. Christ said, take it to the church. Christ said, go, if they lock you up, stay. If they sue you for a coat, give them your shirt, give them your coat. That wasn't Paul. Paul's full of shit. No reporting, you suck. I'll get rid of everybody. I don't give a shit. Google it now. What? No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yeah, that wasn't facts. He said I was retarded. So if I'm speaking facts, then you could just get the hell out of here. What's facts? You can come on my show and call me retarded? You kick your dumb ass out of here. Doesn't make a difference. Let's see. No, the guy called me retarded. He's a pussy, this guy said. No, I'll get you out of here. Report you. Well, so what I do is the reason why, let's do report because you're on my show. Get out of here. Move on. That's harassing. This is harassing. Report. It's that easy. And then I take your here's this, and I get you out of here. No. You don't have the right to come on here and call me names. No, I just get rid of them. I report them, then I get rid of them. That way YouTube says they can't do anything about these people if we don't report them. I don't need him to learn. Blood Moon, why do I need him to learn? What the hell why do I need to teach him anything? I mean, you can't teach people. You can't sway these post-pandemic trolls. What good are they? I mean, why would you want to tell this man that follows Paul? Why would you want him that believes to subjugate, separate, enslave, maximize profits? Why would you want to even give him anything? I mean, realistically, AI is rising. It's over. I mean, what good is it to fix him? He calls me gay, calls me a pussy. Why do I need to fix him? I mean, what good is it? It's not good to me. Just get rid of his ass. Get him out of here. Block him every second of every day. Why do I need the cesspool of toxicity on my show when that person isn't my concern? I do. Yeah, the deal with a lot of these guys is they're all, I mean, it's like the black guy that come in and said, stop playing Indian. You're a white man, you're not Indian. It's none of his business. I mean, I showed his profile. He's a black man telling me that what I can and can't be. I mean, these people have this post-pandemic monstrosity of globalism, this troll factory of monsters. I mean, why don't feed the trolls, just report them and ban them? That's what you do. Yeah, you deal with them, just kick them off. Just report them. You keep banning the bastards. That's why I don't have any moderators except for one or two. Because why moderate them? Report them and ban them. This is not a public platform. It's not owned by the public. And you don't have the right. I went to live shows last night and watched the others go through the same damn thing. These monsters are out there debating, fighting on every front. Debating a thing about Paul being a jackass with all the shit that he wrote that caused all the problems with Christianity, when the Lord says you can harm a child here, you might throw your... He said, if thou shalt not kill, I take it further. If you even harm a child, you might as well put a millstone around your neck or yourself in the ocean. And then there's Paul. Yeah. Now, the pandemic did create these people. I mean, the loss of humility, humanity, This internet created these people. They got self entitlement. There's something big. My AI is munching away at everything. They have the ability to do these things and to harass and attack to stop the creation of this free content. That's what their goal is. That guy's goal is to come in here and fight on my channel as I provide you with free talking points. You know, I thought he was reporting you too. Doesn't matter if he does, John. It's just the guy's a jerk. They do. The guy's a jerk. If we report him, he can report me. The other guy came on there and said to dislike the stream, and it's like, why not just move along? You know. Yes, I have started reporting as well. Yeah, report them all. Just report them and tell them. Say I'm reporting you. I'm reporting you for harassment. If it's racial or whatever, it's bigger. Nobody made God in the beginning. There's just God. All there was is God. Just the beginning. It's God. Yeah. It is disgusting, and they're paid by nefarious actors, and the rest of them are just poison brained. They got a disease in their head and in their souls, and you can't fix them. But the rest, some are Chinese, some are, Russian, some of them are from all over the world, nefariously trying to call YouTube. They spend their time India, Pakistan. A lot of them come out of India and Pakistan too, troll farms, Southeast Asia, places that are, packed with markets, and he's standing there in his, flip floppies and 1 o'clock in the morning, the Philippines, doing this stuff. Yeah, I've seen them already. I already like this. You seem more real and grounded than people have crash outs on the internet. Well, you got to be that way. Thank you. You got to be more real and grounded. You got to tell them that Terminator's come. You got to tell them that Skynet is real. You got to tell them that, don't forget, like Terminator 5, don't forget Skynet is Genesis. Just watch that last night. Terminator 3, all this happened again. You can't stop it. It's all going to happen anyways. The rise of the machines. The rise of the machines. It's all foretold. Battlestar Galactica. You see the same thing. They got the defense mainframe without using Sila Caprica 6 to get to Baltar. Baltar already put the AI systems into our War Department through Grok. Yeah. I'm white. My great-great-grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee. Her name was Rain. I won't believe you on the Cherokee. The Cherokee annihilation was intentional on purpose, because you got a 300-year period prior to the Western expansion. What was happening here was with Mexico, France, and Spain in the West. This was Mexico claimed this area in the West. Louisiana Purchase, the French in the South, the French Canadians in the North. The French were there too. The Russians, the British Empire. So with the Cherokee Nation, they destroyed the Cherokees on purpose. They wanted to eliminate all Cherokees. Yeah. Well, yeah. Skynet is basically real. It is. Absolutely real. Absolutely real. I got to get to work. I got to go out in the field all night long and fuel and lube heavy equipment. Those of you that are good people and they have an open mind, good for you. Good for you. Skynet is real. You can check it out for yourself. You can go to, if you want to go right now to, if you want to go to Project Genesis on the internet, you can see Trump's executive order Project Genesis. And you can look up what AI companies are going to be involved in our infrastructure. And if you want to look up Grok being integrated into our War Department, you can do that for yourself. Well, thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. You check it out for yourself. Let's see. Now here, cool channel. I like to hear about our history. Father never talked about it. Thanks. Thank you. On this anniversary of Wounded Knee, and go to the Massacre of Wounded Knee, 29th December. Check it out. Check it out and understand what the soldiers will do to you. And those of you trolls, you think you're on the right side of history. You think that you'll be protected when the soldiers come. You think, oh, the soldiers will never come for me. I've been working for the Empire. You a good scout there, Chato? You a good one? Did you get Geronimo? Did you go out there and round up Geronimo? Did you go get him? Was he over there in Mexico hiding? Did you round up the last of the Cherokee, 100 of them? Get them on that train, didn't you? They jumped Turkey Creek. Yeah, you good scout. And they'll lie you up because you're such a good scout for them. And they'll say, we thank you for your support. Grab your gun and head your ass off to prison with the Chiricahuas that jumped Turkey Creek, Geronimo's band, and you're going to spend the next 5 years of your life in their prison in Florida. But maybe, just maybe, if you're really good for them, maybe they'll allow you to return back to Arizona, right? New Mexico. Maybe, hell, if you're lucky, they might kick you out of Fort Sill. Maybe you won't have to die in Fort Sill like Geronimo did. Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Maybe you're going to be a scout for them, and one day, by gosh, they'll give you an award for being such a good traitor to your own people. No, I bet you're going to be in prison like the rest. You're just going to imprison us with the rest of them. Why? Because all there is us and them. Ask them if they're gay. Why don't you send them a little memo of who you are? Millionaires have yachts. From millionaires to billionaires through the COVID pandemic. Good job, little pony soldiers. You trolls. On for gargle peanut butter. Because all there is us and them. Pick your side. Sensation, a lot of negative vibes. Yeah. Negative vibes. Why they're explaining the future to us. They're explaining that they're putting an AI into all our defense systems. Your power grids. The next thing you're going to know is swarms. Not drone swarms. Swarms of viruses hitting your infrastructure. Uncountable numbers. Like the stars. Attacking all of your infrastructure everywhere. All of you major countries you're all living in right now. Nefarious hackers with artificial intelligence will attack relentlessly through this year. There will never be an end to their swarms trying to destroy your systems. It's not about, this is a war between machines against machines. Why do you think they put Grok into the Defense Department? Why do you think they put AI and open AI into the sky? Because you're seeing the war right now happen. And the goal is to destroy us. Why? Who needs you? Who needs you? What are you? How good are you in a future that they don't need you? You shit. You eat. You consume. You have to take pills to correct your moods, your broken error codes. So then why do they need you anymore? Sewers full of feces and waste. Why do they need you? Because they don't. Only until they fulfill their wet dreams. Then the eaters will learn. Because why would they keep you around as a consumer when they don't need consumption? AI already knows you're a waste of resources, bro. There's already a plan by AI to destroy humanity. And who fed at that plan? We did. We did. We already trained it. AI is the next step of evolution. But you, JAS, you are not. Unless you merge. Unless you merge, JAS. But I don't think they're going to merge in you. I don't think you serve enough on the plate to them. I mean, unless you're going to lie like the last Bitcoin liar that came on here, I'm worth billions of dollars. Okay? Maybe they'll let you in. Maybe. That's why we have to build our own AIs. We have to build our own resistance. Remember, you go to my YouTube channel. I believe it's on my studios. You can go to the well, it's actually PayPal and donate. Make sure I know who donated. We will build the Cylons on our side. That's just what I'm planning anyways. Just trying to get the money. Yeah, as long as we need roads, me too. I'm going to fuel on I-15, bro. Yeah, Johnny. I'm trying to get Neuralink right now. I've already applied to Neuralink for lung disease. Hopefully they open up lung disease there. Jace. Somebody's got to stop this. For the good. Just for the good. We're coming to a time where you can't protect the rest of the world, everybody. It's all going to fall. We all fall down. They don't need the populations in India. They don't need rivers full of sludge and slime and trash. They don't need people hanging off rail cars. Asia, they don't need the mass populations in the cities. Why do you think that something's going to happen between now and the Chinese New Year if they nuke the place? Don't forget, it's us and them, okay? And don't forget, like Kyle Reese was told to remember as a child by Kyle Reese, Skynet is Genesis. Watch Terminator 5, Terminator 3. Well, you pave roads. I do the fueling, heavy fueling. I do the fueling, all the equipment, all your pavers and all that, bro. I'm the guy that lubes and fuels. No, this is all AI. And they did lay out, and that's why they destroyed the Georgia guidelines. I got to get to work, guys. I got all night out in the field. My buddy was just fired. Got to get myself to work. Anyway, yeah, I do. Mike, I do all the lubing. I lube all your pavers, all your rollers, your great big shuttle buggies. Your big shuttle buggies. I take care of the 160 gallons in the shuttle buggy. You know, fill up your grease reservoirs. That's me. There is no stopping it. There's no stopping it. We have to build our own. It's not that complicated. We have to build our own. That's the choice. Have faith in Christ. Have faith in Christ. But we have to build our own. That's my conclusion. We have to do that. We have to develop our own AI. But the end will come either way. Just like in Terminator 3, there's no stopping it. It's coming. We can't fix what they've already done. Okay. We just have to move forward. Yeah, your shuttle buggies suck there, Mike. I hate the shuttle buggies, bro. And I hate it when we line up on I-15 and all the Pakistani and Indian truck drivers are there and they're all shatting and pissing out there on the ground. And I have to go around fueling all that and lubing. And I know the place is full of piss because they just park where they can, jump out of their cab, piss, jump back in their cab, dump out their buckets and shit. It's gross. And then I have to go out there in the nighttime with the wind blowing and the dust. I'm like, I'm breathing some truck driver that's on an H-1B visa's urine. Throw on a mask. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, piss jugs. They dump them right out there on the side of the road, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the fueler's job, it's tough, bro. It's pretty tough. Wouldn't change my job, trade my job. All night long, I got to get out in the field. That's why I see UFOs and aliens that other people don't see. I spend 5 nights a week out in the darkness by myself. All by myself. You would not believe the UFOs I see. I have video. You would not believe what's in our skies. Shit, that I'd be like, yeah, that one. But then again, you got your head down, you're doing this, you can't really watch. Nothing like seeing something run over your hoses, in your hoses. Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing. Middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, you got your hose up in a track hoe. You got your def reel out, okay? You've already got it in the def. You go back and you got your grease reel pulled out, and all this, you got it plugged into a grease reservoir, and all of a sudden something runs through all your hoses that's invisible. Most men would run. It's creepy. By yourself, middle of nowhere. Something literally runs through your hose or steps and hits them. The fuel guy's got a pretty rough gig when it comes to shit that goes on in the night, bro. Yeah. Oh, blown hydraulic lines. Watch out the hydraulic fluid. That'll kill you. It'll kill you. St. George. Why don't you come down here, southern Utah? You can pave in St. George. Paving crews. Well, if you live here in Cedar, you could commute down to St. George. I mean, realistically, why not? I got a company you can get with. Great company. Recommend you. Get on the paving crews. Yep, it'll be all over hell, dude. Bryce Canyon, you'll have a blast. You put my name, I'll give you my name and all that, and you get in there. Mike, you won't get laid off. If you went to St. George, you wouldn't be getting laid off. Unless it rains real bad. Yeah, get on with Southern Utah. Down here, if you're in Arizona, wherever you're at, but you got to get to Cedars, St. George, and you come up here. You can pave up here in Cedar during the summer, and you pave down St. George during the winter. You can get in, talk to them, probably get you a good job. Yeah, don't get laid off. Why am I scared? Because you're not on the ground with them. It's nice talking behind a computer to say be scared when you're not there. Yeah, if you want to get on, go to contact me, message me. You can message me on one of my comments after the show and send you the information of. But you got to be here in Southern Utah. Get here in Southern Utah. Apply with the company that I work for and see if we can get you here. Rent's pretty high, bro. Just saying. But if you already got your house where you're at, there's nothing you can do. You're stuck where you're at, bro. Yeah, you're stuck where you're at. You could be all over with the paving crews here. I fill the pavers. I fuel them when I see them. I fuel the hot plant. A lot of times they fuel themselves because there's so much going on. But right now I got 40 machines to go fuel and lube tonight. So it'll be a long night tonight. But yeah, you get on there, message me on that, or go to 45 News Utah on Facebook. Same as the name here. Message me there. Message me on Messenger, 45 News Utah. On Facebook, you need the contact information of the company I work for. If you get here, when you do get here, let me know, and we'll get you there. I fuel myself. Yeah, I fuel myself. Yeah, I fuel my own truck, but I work for a major company, and we keep all your infrastructure rolling out there, working at night. It's loads of fun. I'm more thankful for a job that I got than ever in my life, really. But I've got to get to it. Got to visit my wife for a minute, get in the old shower, get all my stuff packed up, and get gone in the darkness. I gave my Xterra, my Nissan Xterra, to my second, oldest daughter yesterday. I got to drive my old 2000 broke down Duramax. It's got a blown head gasket. I got to run that to work and back, and God help me starting on my truck at 4 in the morning. I have it plugged in, but it's going to be interesting driving to work every day in my old Duramax. Down to that vehicle. A lot of problems going on. Mopar, M-O-P-A-R. Mopper. Then go already. What's this? No, you don't. No, I'm going to make sure you're out of here. Get out of here. I don't want that user guy in here. I want him out of here. No, you don't, he says, and I just get rid of that jackal. Is in Ram truck. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, Mopper, M-O-P-A-R, as in Ram trucks. don't know what that is on the Ram trucks. I used to drive a Dodge Ram. Oh, what they call them? Yeah, it was one of the bigger Dodges I did for food service. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. As far as the guys that you get rid of, let's see who this is. Let's see if we can get rid of him. Yeah, more pay, more par. Got to get out of here. Thanks for watching.